I think it's going to have a good year, but it won't have a great year because JP Morgan's going to spoof it, right? They're going to try to keep it down because if it takes off, that damns the Fed, basically indicts the Fed by saying that you destroyed the money, right? Because gold is money, right? And as gold prices rise, we realize that our money is less valuable. Like if other stuff rises, that can be temporal, like I think real estate. I think that's a temporal thing. And with rising rates, interest rate, housing prices are going to fall. But gold is the ultimate arbiter of value. And that's why I think Bitcoin will have a better year than gold. Like, Schiff's going to be crying again by the end of the year. But he's always crying.
Mark Yusko, Chief Executive and Investment Officer at Morgan Creek Capital, is holding firm in his belief that Bitcoin will be worth $250,000 within the next 5 years. He thinks Bitcoin's current low price as denominated in US dollars is bunk. In terms of Bitcoin's actual value, the truth lies in gold, Yusko said, asserting that fiat currencies can conceal changes in real value. If you look at US stocks, we're having new all-time highs, he said. That's because we denominate in a depreciating asset, the dollar. The anticipation of the next Bitcoin halving will be the main catalyst that sparks a new crypto rally as soon as the second quarter of 2023, according to hedge fund manager Mark Yusko. The halving mechanism, which reduces Bitcoin's block rewards by half every 4 years, has historically been a major catalyst for crypto rallies. The next halving is expected to occur in early 2024. Usually the market will anticipate that by about 9 months, Yusko said in a recent interview.
As we kind of talk about what's going to be hot in 2023, but the halving 2020, is important because we're coming up in about 3 months to that period where crypto spring ends, crypto summer begins, and we head toward the next halving in 2024. And I also we did our predictions thing with the guys a couple weeks ago, last episode of 2022 TOO. Good riddance, like in the rearview mirror.
I agree.
And so I'm excited about 2023. All that glitters when central banksters print and print, gold and orange coin. Inflation fading, economies are slowing, liquidity reigns. So the pivot is definitely here. Another one, I tweeted something out from Brian Sullivan, who does the really early show, the 5 a.m. show on CNBC. And he said, that even if over the next 30 years we get to 120 million EVs on the planet from 15 million today, we should have no decrease in the demand for oil. Because you got to transport all the stuff to make the EVs all around the world. So oil and gas reviled, demand destruction subsides, prices head for skies. So I think there is serious melt-up risk in the oil market. One of my favorites, since I just seated a European long-only manager, heard Europe was dead. No good companies around. Buy what is on sale. So... those are a few of mine there's another one. COVID zero gone. China valuations low. Stimulus to flow. That's about what the liquidity reigns. And then one more. King dollar dethroned. Hegemony up for grabs. Yuan, then Bitcoin.
He further discussed about technological innovation and the journey of automobiles since 1900, which appears to be quite interesting. But before listening to Yusko, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and hit the button.
And in 1900, the automobile was 14 years old, right? And only about 10% of people had an automobile. And then there was this inflection point over the next decade where 90% of people had automobiles and the horse's carriage went away. And so turns out Bitcoin is 14 years old, about the same as the automobile. And probably going to have the same type of adoption. But I just thought that was, when we talk about technological innovation, disruption, it's on the outs right now, right? Kathy, poor Kathy, down every single day, right? People are just selling ARK. I joke the ARK has sprung a leak, and everyone thinks innovation's dead. Look, I'm old. I lived through 2001, 2002. This is exactly like exactly what happened in 2001, 2002. Enron defrauded people. Tyco defrauded people. People were like, oh, this WorldCom, square inch real estate. There'll never be, this internet thing. It's going to die. And pets.com is stupid. And you guys are all idiots. And, board was like ready to fire us at UNC for investing in this stupid stuff. And then, we had this art technology group thing where we put in for every dollar we put in, our cost of the stock was 50 cents, and we sold it for $100. We made 200 times our money, turned $100,000 into $20 million for the university. They're like, oh, I like that. Do that more.
do more of that. Yeah.
Do more of that. Do more of that.
Yeah.
But then it went to zero. NASDAQ went up, and then it went down 84%. And Peloton went up and went down, and Tesla went up and went down. And everything looks like this bubble chart. But then this guy put the next part of the chart, which is, then NASDAQ went parabolic. Now, it took 20 years, but it went super parabolic, went way higher than the 2000 peak.
Mark Yusko gave his thoughts on people saying innovation is dead as innovative things have not happened during crazy bull market periods. They were happening during periods when the things aren't too good, and then people have get down to brass tacks. That's what interest rates were doing. They were setting higher rate for their investments. Great companies will figure out how to achieve returns and access to the hard way. He further gave his gold and Bitcoin predictions. Mark Yusko is doubling down a bullish prediction for Bitcoin despite the recent market downturn. In 5 years, Yusko estimates Bitcoin's value by market cap will equal gold. I believe Bitcoin has and is replacing gold. It's now digital gold, noted Yusko. It's a perfect store value. Part of his reasoning surrounds a long-term deflation prediction. It's a scenario that's rarely being talked about as the world copes with inflation spikes and a supply chain crisis.
I think inflation is going to crash, like super crash. I think we'll be I'm going to say sub 3 by the end of the year. Okay. We'll be back in that 2 zone. We won't get back to 2, but we'll be sub 3 by the end of the year. Now, that reverses, I will say that reverses if my oil haiku is right, which is, I think people totally botched the oil patch. They got afraid. They believed the ESG nonsense.
And that's it for today. Well, what are your thoughts on the Mark Yusko's predictions about Bitcoin and gold? Do tell us in the comment section below, and make sure you subscribe to our channel and hit the like button. Also, don't forget to press the bell icon so you will never miss our videos. See you in the next video. Thanks for watching.